Why you should not rely only on Fiverr or any other freelancing platform at the moment and going forward. The simple thing is that in the last 10 years, I've been focusing and running my agency, and my primary focus was on Fiverr, and it is on Fiverr as well, because I would say significant number of revenue still coming from Fiverr. But I wanted to give you my honest thoughts about this decision, just giving, especially last year. I remember my last year when I started last year, January, I was like, okay, I just want to sell on Fiverr and that's it. You know, that was my sort of plan, that was my idea. I didn't want to accept any direct clients. I only wanted to focus on Fiverr. And looking at my whole journey as well, like going back to, for example, you can see 2017, over $270,000 made on Fiverr, which is very, very good. 2018 as a lot. 2019, you know, it's been a very big year as well. But then I had a drop. 2020, nothing, and then we're going to 2025, and you can see over $400,000 as well made. So that tells as well you that first of all, it's definitely possible. Being on the freelancing platforms like Fiverr, like Upwork, it's definitely gonna bring you the reward. You're gonna see these numbers. It's possible. You can even do much better. I know sellers who are doing it much better. But at the same time, when you spend a lot of time on those platforms, you will become as sort of like a hostage, you know, because you will be always worrying about the rating. What if something happens to your account? What if something, just today I spoke with one of the most performing, probably highest, you know, or one of the highest earned sellers as well on the platform, who had issues with his account, right? So, and it's very scary because when this happens, it's not in your control to fix this. You know, you have to contact Fiverr, you have to contact, you know, other things as well, you know, like just to make sure that everything is fine, your account is saved, and it's going to be back and forth, right? So it's very risky, and it's also, you know, it's a lot of stress. So I wanted to go over some things that what you can do to make your 2026 different, to make your 2026 not be stressed on Fiverr and that's it, or Upwork or freelancer.com or Contra or any other freelancing platform. I want your 2026 to be different. Okay, maybe you will not, let's say, make significantly a lot more money than you made last year, but at least you will take the right step in the right direction, and this step will pay off. You know, when the bad times, hopefully they will not happen to you on Fiverr or Upwork, but if they happened before, or if they're happening right now, or if they will happen in the future, you will be much safer. Before we go into this topic, I wanted to also mention that I published a book recently, and I wrote it together with my father. I'm talking more about this book now because this is honestly something huge for me, which happened last year, which we decided to collaborate together with my father. You know, like, it's always, you know, the family. I think it's, you know, the most important, but at the same time, you know, it's, you guys probably, you know, have experience, you know. It makes it, you know, special, but at the same time, there's always, you know, these kind of things that are going on. So it's just a special energy. And I think this book will really help you. If you're currently not sure where to go, if you're thinking Fiverr, should I do Fiverr, should I not do Fiverr? I think this book will definitely put you on the right track. It's available on Amazon. You can just go and click on the link in the description. You'll be able to see it. And I think this book will really calm your mind down and will really put things in the right place, because it's not about making, you know, $400,000, 1 million, becoming, you know, the top of the top. It's more about the journey. The journey. Every day is a journey, you know. And, you know, even when nothing works, at one moment it will work, and you never know when this moment will happen. But it's important to not give up. It's important to not you know, take too many paths at the same time. It's important to make a decision and go with this decision. So let's talk about this, how you can make your 2026 different in terms of the Fiverr. For me, first of all, for me personally, I'm taking my Fiverr profile differently this year. So first of all, I have done some changes. Even they're different from the last video that I recorded. Right now, you can see if I go to my Fiverr profile, I have 2 gigs. 2 gigs. Before I used to have more gigs, right? Right now I'm doing some sort of the rebranding, rechanging as well, and there's a lot of things are happening as well, right? But I feel a little bit more safer, even though that, you know, I might be losing some revenue because I'm not accepting clients for my other services, but I'm feeling safer because I have direct clients. I have clients that are paying me directly, that are on subscription, that I'm still continuing to increase this number of clients because, you know, because of what I want to share with you. And this is, first of all, you need to understand is that if you want to have a good, successful agency or freelancing career, you need to have some social media presence. You know, even though, like, crazy if it sounds, like if you feel like social media is not for you, you must try at least, because first of all, that's where all the traffic is happening, right? Like our attention is on social media platforms. Second of all, it can really pay off big time, you know, and it did already. Like if you go to my channel, I have, you know, a lot of videos, you know, a good number of interviews that I made with Fiverr sellers, and I really wanted, my whole idea for that was to showcase that it's possible to grow your Fiverr, your agency, not only on Fiverr, but also outside of the platform. And for example, if you go here, you will see one of the interviews with Florian, and I'm incredibly proud of him because he really built his brand very successfully outside of Fiverr, and he focused, for example, primarily on X platform. So if I go and find Florian, let's see here, you can see he has 3,000 followers, right? Not a lot, but he started very, very actively last year. I have video, you can watch it. It's literally like a year ago, like almost a year ago. So, you know, 3,000 followers, like, you know, a year ago it was less. You see every video he's posting, you know, like, okay, you know, he's kind of mixing up now with like lifestyle, but you can see results of his work, you know, like January 27, you know, like January 25, January 24, January 19. He's very consistent. He's just speaking, you know, you know, he's just sharing about his work, right? So he found what works for him. And now you can see here, he brings people not to Fiverr profile, but he brings them to his landing page. He brings them to the landing page. People can schedule a call with the cal.com. It's a great platform for scheduling the free calls. And for him, it's very simple. He's measuring the ROI based on the calls that will be scheduled, right? So we can go on his calendar, for example, let's say Friday, tomorrow, 9, 9:30, 10, 10:30, 11, 11:30, 12, 12:30, 1, 1:30, 2, 2:33, 3:30, right? Next day, you see we have already, like, people have most likely booked, right? So we don't have 12:30 slot, you know, we don't have, so you can see that it is working, you know, like, you know, it is working, like people are booking a call with him, you know, and you know, that's the beauty of it. So for example, some of the things that he can do better, I will not give my whole 3-week schedule. I don't think this is a great strategy, because you want to create some urgency, because if I'm a potential client, I see he has opening for the next 3 weeks, I will be like, okay, I'm gonna check back later and schedule. But if I see he is only opening for the next 4 business days, so which is like tomorrow, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and that's it, I will be like, okay, let's book a call on Tuesday, right? So it works the same with your success manager on Fiverr. You don't see maybe like the whole thing that you see, you know, like certain dates, and you're like, okay, let me schedule a call. So that's just my tip I will give to him to limit his calendar. But it works well. This is the funnel, right? Very simple. Next thing, let's go to the LinkedIn. So you need to understand that there is no best platform. You need to understand where most of your clients can be, right? Are they on LinkedIn? Are they on Instagram? Are they on X? You know, like, you need to understand this, because this is very, very important. For me personally, my Instagram for me is the place where my clients are, because I'm doing Instagram growth service. So for me, it does make sense to be more on Instagram, because if I'm talking about my service on TikTok, you know, but these people are not using Instagram, it becomes useless, right? So for you it's the same. You have to understand where are your potential clients are. If they're on LinkedIn, for sure they're on LinkedIn, right? But if you're offering Instagram service, like probably you should be on Instagram. The same way, like if you're offering LinkedIn services, LinkedIn content, LinkedIn optimization, LinkedIn, you know, anything that relates to LinkedIn growth, you should be on LinkedIn. If you're doing this for X, you should be on X. If you're doing this for, you know, let's say Pinterest, you should be on Pinterest. So, you know, and when I open, for example, LinkedIn profile, Oleg as well, he's really great guy. He's also running an agency, and you know, I'm happy because he posted this an hour ago, which means that he understands the importance of being present. And you know, the other thing, when we talk about what you should post, you guys should do what you are comfortable with. You know, for example, this is a good format, you know, like he's sharing his feedback, you know, this is awesome, you know. You want to make sure the creating of the content is as simplified as possible for you. Like the process is very simplified. So you don't want to overcomplicate things. You don't want to copy something that you feel it's gonna exhaust you. You want to do something that is simple, it's clear, you're actually enjoying it, and you can actually feel like you can do this every single day. This is important. Let's go for the next, let's say the next, like we have another one, Anastasia. So I'm also really proud of her because first of all, I see, like, you know, her growth here on LinkedIn is incredible, you know, because she started about a year ago. Right now I'm seeing this post has 400 likes, almost 400 likes, 45 comments, 2 reposts, right? And you know, like for example, taking her profile as an example, it's amazing. You know, I think she is really understood it, you know, and it took some time. It didn't happen as fast, because at the beginning I saw when she was posting, I was like, okay, you know, let's see what she will post next, and we can look at it together. You see, now it's more like, you know, this is how LinkedIn works: showing yourself, sharing your journey, sharing your personal experience, sharing your personal observations, showing the work, you know, like for example, showing the industry tips, the industry insights, you know, like the transformation, your personal transformation. This is very important, like showing you know, updates, like let's say Figma, they're using Figma for that, they're changing. She's showing the team as well, like, you know, this is great. This what brings, like, when I'm looking at her profile, I'm thinking like she knows what she's doing. She has a team, she has some credibility for sure. She also shares her personal insights. I like the style that she's you know, creating. I like how she's, you know, writing these things. She's also giving, for example, tips. You can see top 10 paid tools we actually spend money on, right? So it makes people want to scroll, it makes people want to kind of like, you know, maybe save, maybe repost. This is what you should do. Let's go, for example, on Instagram. And I want to show you the profile of Joy. He is also a Fiverr seller. He is a top rated seller. He is also running an agency. We can check out his profile, how he is actually doing things. So let me just double check. He's also agency profile. So first of all, personal Instagram. I suggest you to go with your personal Instagram. Don't create a separate for agency or something. In the end of the day, it's not gonna really work out, because you have to be just like putting even more amount of work, and agency profiles, they will not grow as fast as the personal brand profiles. So for example, Joy, he shares more of his travels, personal stuff, which is great. When I go to his reels, I'm seeing, you know, it's not a lot, he started recently, but it's definitely paying off, because right now, you know, you're getting hundreds, like extra hundreds of views. It's definitely, you know, it's definitely great, because it puts you, it gets more eyeballs, it gets more attention, and then that attention can convert to potential leads. So for example, he has his business Instagram page. You know, it's totally fine to go with the business, but just remember that if something changes, if you decide to change the name, you decide to change something, it's, you know, business. People remember you not as Joy, but people remember you as Vulcan Advertising Agency, right? So you have to just be careful about that. So that's why it's more safer to go with your personal name. But you can see here, he is doing these education videos. He is sharing as well some thoughts. You know, he has like a static post, but at the end of the day, this format is not too complicated. It's very simple. He's just sharing his thoughts. He's staying consistent. You can see, like, you know, last year he started to do this, and he was kind of like more, you can see it here. This, for example, not gonna get you the results, like just posting like 2 commercial images, static images, not. But once he started to do this, we can just look at the views as well. For example, this one, 400 views, right? The Instagram is really small. It's only 600 followers. Before he was posting, he was trying to post something viral, right? But again, you know, when you're trying to post something like viral, you might get a lot of views, but it's not necessarily gonna attract the clients. So you have to be careful. It's the best format is to show yourself, to speak on using the phone, using the camera, and to really just, you know, talk what is related to your business, because at the end of the day, you cannot talk about everything. You know, you have to stick to what you are providing, what kind of service you're providing. So that's why you go on Fiverr, you get some results, you get some experience, you get some first clients, and then you have to transition as soon as possible to the social media. Social media, it's the same as Fiverr, you know, but it's more competitive, but the reward is much bigger because you can get a lot of clients just from social media, just from people finding you on social media. So I highly encourage you to think about where your clients are. Are they on X? Are they on LinkedIn? Are they on Instagram? Just pick one platform, go all in, and that's it. YouTube is also great, but YouTube requires, you know, like a lot of processes. You need to have editing, you need to have filming. Right now, for example, I'm filming this video, and Nikolai, who edits my videos, who films my videos, he's you know, basically in charge of this whole process, you know. So you need to either do it yourself, spend a lot of time, you need to hire someone, pay them the salary, pay them the expenses, all of the things, or you can just take your phone, you can go on Instagram, like very simple, just, you know, like you just record yourself, share some thoughts, you can use your back camera to show something on the screen, and then you just, you know, film it like this, and you share it on Instagram, and you will see how the results will come to you and to get more attention. So guys, I really want you to take this seriously, because I think it's enough. It's enough, you know, it's enough to complain about Fiverr. It's enough to complain about I cannot do freelancing, it's not stable. It's enough. You need to change something, and you need to change something right now. Not next month, next year, but you need to change something right now. If you feel overwhelmed, if you feel Fiverr is going great, amazing. Try to delegate as soon as possible. Try to hire someone. Use your Fiverr revenue to hire someone to build the processes, and spend your own time exploring something new. Put yourself, like you did with Fiverr, you build your reputation, you build your career. Upwork, doesn't matter. Now make this time free, hire people, build a system. Doesn't matter if they're not doing it 100% like you. If they're doing it at 60-70%, it's already good enough to continue. And then put your focus into something new and develop this, and you will see the results. 2027, you can maybe, you know, see the results will definitely pay off. So this is the whole point for this video, guys. And you know, I also wanted to just remind you about that it's important to do it right now. This is very, very important. And if you have any questions, any thoughts, any observations, maybe you're going through this process right now, feel free to share in the comments. I'll be getting back to everyone in the comments. I'm also catching up a little bit with YouTube, so I'm excited to just kind of like be more active. Stay tuned for the live. I'm going to be doing the live as well, YouTube live soon. I'll be happy to answer your questions, to hear your thoughts about all of these discussions, and keep pushing. Don't give up. Good things will happen. If they're already happening to you, even better things will happen. If you're struggling, don't worry. It's just part of the process. You have to go through it, and good things will happen. Thanks so much, and see you in the next video.